Welcome to a new edition of South Sound Business Report, where the subject this week is local businesses building communities. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Jeff Rouse. Thank you for joining us today for this emphasis on the local businesses that comprise the backbone of every community. These are the merchants and professional service providers, the entrepreneurs and startup businesses where individuals put their passion and their convictions on display to the whole world as they create jobs for others and an economic future for themselves. This is the third year that the group Go Local Tacoma has organized an event called Shift Happens. And to explain what that means, we welcome Derrick Rhayn, who is chairman or president of Go Local, and Patricia Lecy-Davis, who's a vice president and really has been a spark plug, a primary spark plug, a co-founder of this whole activity. How do you describe Shift Happens? This is the first time that our audience has heard the term.
Well, there's a shift, or there needs to be a shift in our consciousness and our community building and our attention towards local businesses in our community.
A shift from
the mainstream mall, Amazon shopping online. We'd like people to get back to knowing their neighborhoods and knowing their community and having relationships with the people in that.
It's clear that shopping with a person on the next street over is going to be a different kind of a relationship than shopping online and clicking a click. But Derrick, what benefit is there beyond the feel-good aspect of dealing person to person?
It's a good question. Well, this is actually part of a larger movement. Go Local is one of 150 local independent business alliances throughout the country that is reaping the benefits of that transition and shifting. The biggest effect is that there's an effect called the multiplier effect, and that is that more money actually stays in your community because the ownership is based in your community. So rather than having ownership that's based outside of your community and having money siphoned away, not only do you have more money that stays in your community when you spend money locally, but you build relationships and you get to know the people that are the entrepreneurs in your community, and it creates a real constellation of uniqueness for your community.
Ownership of that community.
So you're discussing a business, and a given business might be nationally owned, a big box store, or it could be a local, and jobs will be created in that business. So employments and wages will stay local in either case, but beyond that, the business's benefit or business proceeds are what you're talking about.
And it's also proven that 68 cents in the dollar versus 43 cents stays in the community with a local business, but it also circulates 2 to 3 times more. So that local business is most likely spending that money somewhere else with another local business.
There's a great group called Civic Economics, and they look at all these different groups across the country that are implementing the shift towards locally owned businesses. And they've found over and over and over again that the more money that is spent locally, it kind of buoys up the entire community. There's more money for taxes that then benefit the public services, which all across the country people are actually having to question, should we cut schools or should we cut the police and fire? It's like we don't actually have to have that conversation if we really think about shifting the way we think about investing in our communities.
So how did Go Local happen to come to the South Sound? What was the beginnings?
Chuck Heller was really responsible for that, the owner of Chuckle's Office Supply. He was very intent on wanting to start a buy local campaign. We sat down and talked a lot about it, and I did some research with Business Alliance for Local Living Economies and Amoeba, American Independent Business Alliance, and realized that the size of our city and the fabric that we already had was much different than a rural area that was fighting the possibility of a Walmart or a big box coming in. So it needed to be much more about building community and building awareness of the large number of small business and independent owned business that we had in Tacoma.
And so this trade show, which you've dubbed Shift Happens, has been going on a couple of years. It's bigger this year, I think, than in the past. What is the purpose of it?
Celebration of the businesses, awareness out there to people of what a local independent business looks like, the education of the multiplying effect that Derrick's speaking of, and really tying in the city and their intent to support and know about our local businesses rather than our economic development strategy that we've always had of bringing a big business in.
Well, and we're not saying either or,
No,
we're saying both.
Both and.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Derrick, this particular project is Tacoma-centric, and yet it's the same story in every little community in the South Sound, isn't it?
Yeah, there's actually a network of about, I'd say, 7 or 8 different independent business alliances that are actually doing this model up and down the West Coast, and we're all getting connected. And that's the beautiful thing that's happening, is there's this emergence of these networks that are actually saying, how can we actually start working together and sharing best practices and strategies of what's actually working? And this is not only going on in the West Coast, but all across the country. So yeah, it's really the new wave of community development and economic development, and it's really powerful. For me, it's really it's really fascinating, because this term network weaving started in 30 counties in Ohio, and they looked at this whole larger geographic area, and they said, look at all these businesses that are not connected. They all have assets, they all have needs. How can we start matching those assets with those needs? And they were able to generate 1,000 new businesses from those simple connections. And so we're trying to replicate that here in the South Sound.
It's amazing. Rather than talk more about it, let's go inside.
All right.
Thank you, Patricia Lecy-Davis, Derrick Rhayn.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being with us. Our Business Examiner Associate Editors, Brianne Coates and Holly Smith-Peterson, have taken the camera inside the trade show floor and visited with many of the exhibitors.
This is Amy with ACU Credit Union. Amy, tell me why ACU wanted to participate in this event, and what does the local shopper mean to you guys as a credit union?
The local customer to us is everything. We've been here in the Tacoma area since 1954, and we're very interested in making sure that our demographic here is strong, networked in, working with each other, helping our local economy and businesses grow. It's wonderful to be a part of this and to be able to meet and greet everybody and support.
Great. Thank you, Amy from ACU Credit Union, for joining us today.
Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you as well.
This is Brett Johnson, co-owner of EcoInfill Northwest. Brett, your business is service-based, so what's the benefit of Shift Happens?
Well, Holly, we're here at Shift Happens. We're a pretty new business. We're about 3 years old, and we're kind of like a remodeling contractor disguised as an installation company. And we specialize in retrofitting existing houses. And so what better place to meet people that have houses, because most people live in houses, than at this event, and to help foster local awareness of EcoInsulate.
So locally, who are your main customers?
Just pretty much any homeowner, renters, anybody that really is looking to improve the efficiency and comfort of their home are our main customers.
And you mentioned that you get a lot of business through local business channels. Why are they important?
We do. Well, the pipeline, business is kind of a quote I heard a couple of years ago. Business is a team sport, and we've definitely found that to be true in our growth, and we're always trying to capitalize on those relationships and continue to grow and get more jobs and grow our company.
And so besides this event, has Go Local, that whole effort, helped your business?
Oh yeah, Go Local's been a key part of it. We've been doing this since we first started.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Holly.
This is Christy from 9 Lives Vintage Wares. Christy, can you please tell us why your business wanted to participate in this event today, and what does shopping local mean to you and your business?
Well, I decided to participate this year again because it just helps get our name out there. And really, if people don't shop local, we can't stay open. We really count on our community's business to help stay open, and then I can then put my money back into local businesses and back into the community, and it's a great circle, I think.
Thank you, Christy, for joining us today.
Oh, thank you.
This is Henri Parren, General Manager of the Tacoma Food Co-op. Henri, you've mentioned that the Tacoma small business market is a little bit different than others. What makes it so unique?
Tacoma is just a great town. It has a wonderful sense of community, and how that expresses itself is that everybody's here to help each other. All the businesses cooperate with each other. The media is interested in reporting about the businesses. Customers are there to support you, and it's just is the best town to do business in.
And so the Go Local effort, has that been a benefit to your business?
The event today, Shift Happens, it's the go-to event, it's the happening event. We went last year, and there were so many people here, and we made so many great connections. And last year we were so proud to receive an award, and so we felt very lucky with the attention that the Tacoma Food Co-op has received and how well the business has been received by everybody in Tacoma.
And so locally, what do just local customers, local shoppers mean for your business? How important are they?
It is all about local. It's all about helping each other. As a co-op, it's really for the people, by the people. So the profit, it's a dirty word, but the profit is really to exist. And beyond that, it's about sharing. It's about creating. It's about creating events in the community. And so we support local suppliers, we support local farmers. They come first. And so you look at what is out there. And what's so fun is that there are so many suppliers that are so close. They're good quality products. They're just great products. So there's a very nice source of just awesome people. They're good people, quality products. And so we all help each other, and it's very rewarding.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you, Henry.
You're welcome.
We're here at Shift Happens at the Tacoma Convention Center with Janie Norris, who is the Executive Director of the Tacoma Farmers Market and on the board of the Go Local. Also, we have Cheryl Olette, otherwise known as the Pig Lady, who is also on the board of the Proctor Farmers Market. Welcome, ladies.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's start with the farmers market business in general. The local effort has been so important to that. And Janie, let's talk about Tacoma Farmers Market. What are your vendor numbers as opposed to your customers right now?
Okay, so we have 3 markets that we serve in Tacoma. Our flagship is on Broadway, which serves approximately 5,000 shoppers on any given Thursday.
That's a lot of shoppers.
And we range anywhere from, say, 80 to 120 vendors during the season. 6th Avenue has traditionally about 2,000 shoppers every Tuesday afternoon.
Wow.
And we serve probably anywhere between 40 and 50 vendors. So we have a nice mix. South Tacoma, which is our newest and smallest market, we had approximately 25 to 30 vendors last season and anywhere between 750 and 1,000 shoppers on any given Sunday.
That's fantastic.
So we reach a wide variety.
And then tell us about the Proctor. How's that different, and what are your customer and vendor numbers
At
like?
the Proctor Farmers Market, we're the only 4-season market. We're open, we're out there freezing in the cold, so you can come and get on the second Saturday of January, February, March, you can come get fresh food. We usually have about 60 vendors. Counts, you know, we don't have time to stand out there and count them at this point.
No, that's a good number.
So that's a very good
number.
This year, 2013, we're shooting to be $1 million market.
Fantastic.
And we serve farmers. We don't have crafts at our market. We don't have things like that. We have farmers, and we have food that is cooked and ready to do, but most of those are encouraged to buy from our local farmers to be able to do their prepared food.
Well, we'll start the next question with you. The Go Local effort, how has that grown for your market in particular?
Well, Go Local movement, what has it been? A couple of years here that we've been doing this, and we started at we started the Puyallup Farmers Market, moved to the Tacoma Farmers Market, and then ended up at the Proctor. That is our big market for us. That's
where
Go
Local has really spread you out.
Go Local has been, yeah. So we get very, very, very local. We've got tons of local boards. Let's put it that way. Our local boards love us to the point that we've been sold out. I mean, we ran out of pork pretty much in September. We were at the Tacoma Farmers Market long ago, but we couldn't do more than we started at 6th Avenue. We couldn't spread ourselves that thin. So we've got way more customers that want product than we have product, and the Proctor Farmers Market is full of farmers like that. They're growing their business.
And Janie, just how are you getting Go Local to connect now with the farmers market? What are you looking at doing?
Well, most of our vendors are small businesses. We tend to try and be an incubator for them. There's nothing better than being at a farmer's market and being in front of that customer. It's imperative for that, to build that strong bond. And Go Local has just supported that effort in each and every way. And we've had several vendors that after one successful market year, they've opened a brick and mortar.
And now you've got Shift Happens. How important is this event to the farmers market business?
Most definitely it is. We are constantly trying to outreach to those small businesses. And
through events like this?
Through events like this and getting the awareness out that it's a grassroots effort. And we have several neighborhoods in this city of Tacoma, and this effort brings us all together. And from here we can build on what's the next step, and growing our local economy.
And Cheryl, Shift Happens.
It gets the message out there. It's amazing. People in your very community that your farmers market's in, they walk by and go, what is this? Is there a carnival going on or what? They don't know. Shift Happen gets that out there. It attracts the people who want to shop local and gives them a all-in-one place where they can say, oh, look, I didn't know this was available. And so they can help them to fulfill their mission.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for bringing your energy here and for sharing farmers markets with us.
Thank you.
This is Pete Anderson of the Tacoma Media Group. Pete, tell us a little bit about your business.
All right, well, Tacoma Media Group is a full-service video production house. We're newer to Tacoma. We're kind of based out of Seattle before, and we're making a big push to create a business that's viable down here in Tacoma.
And you're fresh, like this week, right?
Fresh. We're actually moving in Friday to our new building downtown.
Very cool. So why are you here? Why is this event important for your business?
Well, one of the reasons we came here is because the business-to-business type aspect, making connections. We're a service company, so what we provide is services to other businesses to help promote their business via video or other media. So we thought it'd be a great opportunity to meet other businesses.
Okay, and you're looking for connections?
Connections would be great. Customers that need our service for getting the word out on their company is basically what we're doing. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for bringing your business down here and for going local.
Thank you.
This is Chris from Java Billiards. Chris, can you please tell us why your business wanted to participate in this event today? And also please tell us why having people shift their perspective to shopping local is important for your business.
We joined the event because our business just moved to Tacoma. And we're an all-ages family pool parlor, and there's not a lot of those around. So we really need the exposure to show people that families, kids, businesses can go to a pool parlor without alcohol around, and they can have fun. We can have business meetings. So we need this exposure to show that you can have billiards without booze, basically. Okay. So we serve communities in schools. We do networking groups, we do bachelor parties, we run a whole gamut of different kinds of groups that come into our pool parlor.
You try to get the local support for that.
Yes, we're trying to get connected with the schools around here and the YMCA and all the other community outreaches that were here. We're in the old trolley building, and we really enjoy the history of the old trolley building, and we're trying to put that on the map too.
Great. Thank you, Chris from Java Billiards, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
This is Gabriel Hug with Fab Lab Tacoma. Gabriel, tell us a little bit about your business.
We're a membership-based technology and crafting workshop that's here in Tacoma, just allowing people to come down and make just about whatever they want using the tools that we have.
Well, then why is this Go Local Shift Happens event important for your business?
Because we're all about collaborating with other people who are making things. We're about giving the opportunity to people that they wouldn't have otherwise, and creating things, whether it's laser cutting or 3D printing, welding, all sorts of things. Just enabling people here in Tacoma to see what's available right here. We're all about the membership base of allowing people to make and create and then present products. We are empowering businesses, we're empowering individuals to come in and create things, whether it's inventors that are coming in and creating a new product and prototyping that out, or whether it's a student that wants to learn how to use the certain tools so that they can then take that knowledge and go and start a business of their own.
Very cool. Thanks, Gabe.
Thank you.
This is Alina with Molina Soups. Alina, can you please tell us why you wanted to participate in this type of local event, and tell us why is it important that people shift their perspective more so that they shop local?
Okay, so this is my second year of the business. I'm a small business owner and I'm trying to get my name out there, and my goal is to teach people that you can eat local and seasonal year-round, and it doesn't have to be full of preservatives, ingredients shipped from far away. And I grew up that way. I grew up in Poland. There was no fast food. My mom grew every vegetable we ate. She preserved everything. My grandpa used to raise the animals we then butchered and ate. So this is natural for me to be here and support my local people. And since I'm a vendor at the Proctor Farmers Market, all the vendors, the growers are my friends and my family, and I love to know that I'm shaking the hand of a person who grew my food. And I just love to support local. I'm really passionate about that, and I could go the easy route and go and shop Costco or cash and carry, but that's not how I feed my family, and I don't want to cheat people out of good food when I'm selling it at the market.
How important is the local shopper for your business?
It's very important to me. It means a lot, and I have a lot of people who come and they read the article in the paper and they travel from Olympia to buy the soup at the market, and they buy quantity for the whole week. And I have customers that have been coming every week, and I know the name. I've become friends with a lot of them, and it's just like a big family. I love it. It's my thing.
Great. Thank you, Alina from Molina Soups, for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you. It was nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
This is Nichole Connely with Nurture Healing Center. She is part of the group Shopgirl Tacoma. Nichole, can you tell us about the group Shopgirl Tacoma?
Yeah, Shopgirl was started by Sonia Silver, who owns Sonia Clothes to Live In, and she started it with the base that she needed support from other local businesses, and she thought it would be a great idea to gather together women-owned businesses who have brick and mortar spaces and to bring them together to be able to support each other in the things that we were scared of, the things that we were doing really well, and share those with each other so that we could figure out how to do it better and how we can do it better for Tacoma and for ourselves.
And is it just retailers?
Not just retail. It's everybody who has a brick and mortar business. So that's the defining line.
So it could have dentists, lawyers, things like that. Yeah. Okay, great. So what are some of the struggles you guys face as local Tacoma businesses?
Well, I think a couple of the things that are a little different. So I'm a service-based business. So as service-based businesses, I struggle more with people, word of mouth is our big thing, right? So word of mouth stuff is great, and Tacoma's actually really good for word of mouth processing, but for a lot of the retail spaces are having a hard time because the way that the layout of Tacoma has been, it's not very walkable. It's not very, there's not a bunch of clusters of a bunch of retailers that they could just walk around to. So the one thing that we've been trying to support is to help each other find these roadmaps of ways to getting together so that we can support a lot of those retail spaces that weren't getting a lot of foot traffic. But there's a lot of them that are starting to cluster, and they're starting to see that if we come together, it's actually easier and not harder. So we're trying to not be competitors, but communal, walkable together.
And you're here today at Shift Happens. What is the shift you guys are hoping will happen in Tacoma?
I think we're just hoping for people to shift their perspective on what does it mean to be local. And when we think of being local, we're thinking of supporting each other, showing up to events. The people that are putting on this event are people that we care about. They're people who have put a lot of time and energy into many things in Tacoma. And a lot of the small businesses are putting a lot of effort into not only their business, but into community events, into organizing, into coming together behind business associations, behind neighborhood associations, behind gathering artists together. There's so many things happening, and so much of it's cross-wired that not a lot of people get to see that. And so I think we're hoping to get the word out that we're actually trying to create a fabric of care in this neighborhood that is together, that we're trying to come together to give a space where people feel safe when they walk in. I know that I can send somebody up the street to another massage therapist because I don't have space, because I trust them with that person. So I think that's something that we're hoping to get out there.
When you guys get together with Shopgirl and you're talking about local issues, marketing is one of the things you touched on. What are you guys doing to get people to shop local and understand what that means?
We're doing a lot of events together so that people could come and do almost like a tasting of the people and the items that are actually out there. I think a lot of people just don't know where to go. And so I think we've been trying to do a lot of gathering events or going to events that are gathering several businesses and be like, hey, look at all these businesses that are highlighted. And then we could say, hey, if you're looking for vintage clothing, you can go to Vanity, you can go to Orange, you can go to 9 Lives. And all of those women are shop girls, and we can say they all offer something really different, but they also have really specific pieces that would tailor to whatever the needs is, and then they share with each other too. So they're not trying to cling on to the business. They're trying to say we're going to serve you as a customer bigger than just ourselves. So
So really quickly, why should people shop local? If you were going to sum it up and very briefly, why should people shop local?
I think the very practical thing is that I think it's 68 cents to the dollar goes back into your community versus something like, I'm totally going to say the wrong number, but like 30 cents to the dollar goes in when it's not a local business. And we're also the people contributing to the well-being of the neighborhoods and the city itself. And so you're supporting not only the businesses, but you're supporting the people that are trying to live, work, and play and help the space grow. So I think you're supporting, it's like a garden, you know, you're watering it, you're seeding it, you're helping it grow.
Well, thank you so much, Nichole, for joining us today. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that's our look at Go Local and the community strength that comes from local businesses. Thank you to all of our guests for participating. We've put their contact information on our website. That would be businessexaminer.com/SSBR. Check it out. Thanks to Mobility Media Design for its help. Richard Aronson is our producer on this television program. We'll be back here again next week, same day, same hour, and same channel. And hope you'll join us then for the next episode of South Sound Business Report.